Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to create a nail design using the Madam Glam new gel polish from their egg collection. I'm just having a little giggle here because I'm not quite sure why I'm showing you guys this brush, because in the end I actually ended up not using it, funny enough. Here is some glitter that I wanted to show you guys off the bat. It's very, very beautiful. It's got this pinky kind of orangey undertones and it ends up looking so cool on the nails we make later. We're going to use some chrome today, which I feel like I've never done a chrome nail before, so that'll be quite interesting. And here are the gorgeous colors that we're going to use. So basically going to use all of the gel polishes from the egg collection, this the Easter egg that they recently came out with. So I'll leave a link in the description for you guys if you have not watched that video. I did kind of like an unboxing and swatch video to show you guys how beautiful they all are. And then I've already uploaded one video yesterday on a different nail design that I done using these gel polishes, and today we've got another one using these gel polishes. So I'm going to use 5 out of the 6 gel polishes. The other one that I haven't actually ended up using in the end, even though it was one of the ones that I loved the most, was their more kind of, it's not really glitter, it's kind of like little dots they've put into gel polish, but it looks so cool. But it was just one I ended up not picking up for some reason, so I'm sure I'll end up using it at some point in my videos going forwards. At some point, you just have to wait and see. But this one's the last one that I've got kind of made and scheduled when it comes to using these gel polish, like strictly these gel polishes. So we're going to do an ombre, this kind of ombre. So one side I've got green, the other one I've got blue, and then using the brush from the bottle I'm going to achieve the ombre, and it was the best thing I've ever done in my life. It was the easiest thing ever, just a couple of swipes and it was perfect. And I ended up doing this technique, I think, on 3 nails. 3 nails? Yes, I think 3 nails, all different shades. And of course, make sure you swipe your nail brush on a little lint-free wipe after you're done. You don't want to like contaminate your bottles with different gel polishes in there. So I made sure I did that, and look at that blend, it looks so good. We will do a second layer later on. I think I ended up doing that off camera and it looks way better, and it's just a perfect blend. I'm just so happy I managed to do that. So for the ombre then, we've got one nail going green to blue, the second nail will be blue to purple. Here it is, gorgeous, gorgeous. And then the third nail is going to be purple to pink. So that's what we're going to do. These shades just work so well together, like so well. And also, if you're struggling with your ombres, you can of course do it with the brush from the bottle like I am. You can use an ombre brush that I showed at the start of the video. You can use the sponge method. If you're a regular, you know that I would always use the sponge method. It was just my most preferred, most easiest way to do it. So you can use just a sponge, or you can also use the sponge with the clear acrylic method, which is the one I'd always do. There's also different ways. So I really highly recommend finding your preferred method for an ombre. I really feel like ombres are so beautiful and effective, and you just can never go wrong with them. So once you master it, you will just love it. You probably end up doing ombres non-stop, because I know I constantly feel like I've been doing ombres recently, especially after trying the brush method. I mean the brush from the bottle and the actual brush method, because I would always do the sponge method. So here is the final nail now when it comes to the ombre. So I'll finish that up and then we can crack on with a different nail. I also did want to mention, when it comes to ombres, if you're a complete beginner starter, I highly recommend picking up 2 colors that are of course different but quite similar. So for example, for me, that pastel blue and purple, those 2 shades were quite similar to one another, so it's so much easier to blend them together. You don't have to put as much work into it to make it look seamless, basically. So that could be a nice little tip to get you started, and not bum yourself out too much if it doesn't kind of go as smoothly as you wanted it to. So the other 2 nails are going to be black actually. And the reason I'm going to use black is because we're going to actually apply chrome to those. And from my research, it looks like the chrome looks the best on the black background. So I'm doing a super nice, just 1 layer of black, nothing too crazy. And then we can apply the chrome on top of it. You want to apply the chrome once you cure the 2 black nails in the lamp. So the gel polishes, of course, leave a tacky layer, and then the chrome sticks to it. I know that some people don't cure it fully, some people do. I'm not sure. I personally cured mine fully, and I think it chromed well. I'm not quite sure. You're going to have to let me know. I'm not very familiar with chromes. And to be honest, I would also highly recommend that you have a little matte in the background to help collect the little particles from the chrome, because till this day I got it all stuck in my mat. The pink mat that I got right now in the background, it's all stuck in there. I've just been trying to scrape it off with brushes, sponges and all sorts, and it just won't go away. You even see in a moment, once I'm done with the black nails, you see the chrome little particles are all stuck in my gloves and I just couldn't get it off. It was just a nightmare, complete nightmare. But once you get it full on stuck into that nail, use a brush to get rid of any excess, because we are going to top coat those in just a second, and you don't want any of those, definitely you don't want any of those particles in your top coat, because that would just be completely ruined at that point. When it comes to like proper glitter, it's a bit easier to remove later on if you do end up by accident getting it into your top coat. But yeah, this will be a bit more tricky to get rid of. So once you're happy, I think I'm grabbing the brush there. Let's just get rid of any excess. And now we can start top coating, I believe. So with our top coat, actually no, we won't be top coating. Completely forgot that we've got the glitter still to go. So for the glitter, I'm actually going to use a base coat to help me apply it. I'm only going to have 2 nails where I apply the glitter. I'm going to have it on 2 ombre nails, the green to blue and then the purple to pink. And then I'm going to use the ombre brush in the end actually to pick up the glitters and place them to the nail. It's been my most preferred way of picking up glitter and placing it on nails recently with this ombre brush. It's just been so helpful and picks up quite a lot of the glitter at once rather than just a couple. Using a super fine brush, which I would usually use, it would pick up just a very small amount of it, and yeah, it just wasn't the best. It's just so much quicker and easier using this little ombre brush. So I'm just going to pick up most of it. I'm trying to focus at the top. Here I'm trying to get some of the smaller pieces. I've just been picking up a lot of those chunkier ones. I wanted slightly the smaller pieces. I wanted it to look like it's fading down the nail. So I'm trying to place majority of it at the top, and then the lower you're getting down the nail, the less of the glitter you want. I am not going to drag it right to the bottom, and I am kind of trying to hopefully kind of make it stop halfway down the nail as much as possible. Here's me just kind of trying to bring it up a bit more. And you want to repeat it on the other nail. It's really cool with this glitter because when you look at it in the pot, it looks fairly kind of see-through-y and kind of whitey and stuff. But the moment it hits the nail and the light hits it, it really does bring out all those colours. And here, as you can see, even right now, like half of it's kind of pinky, greeny, orangey kind of shade. It's really cool. It's really cool glitter. If you are kind of interested in the glitters, I do get mine from Larissi, so I'll have a link in the description for you guys to check them out. My most preferred area to buy glitters. I believe they ship within, I think I get mine within like 7 to 14 days. They do ship from, I think, China or some sort of place down there in that kind of region. So it does take a couple of days, but they're super affordable. They do free shipping as well, which is amazing. Or at least I think they do. I usually shop about £20+, I think, is the lowest I've ever done. So £20, and I've had free shipping, which I think is super reasonable and amazing. I would not expect for a £20 shop for it to be for free shipping. So that's really nice, especially considering how far it has to fly and get to me. So that's really nice. So I'm just going to finish off this nail, pop it into the lamp once you're happy. Of course, it might leave a few like bumps and all of that horrible little stuff. So you can apply another layer of base coat if you wanted to. You could do builder gel and then file it down. Of course, I'm not going to do it. It's just for nail design purposes, this one. But if you are doing it for like wearing, you probably want to make sure it's smooth, because it can be a bit annoying when things kind of stick out and get caught in clothes and all of that horrible stuff. So just a little tip, but it's all completely up to you. If you like it to be bumpy and rough, then you do you. Of course, if people wear crystals, and I guess it just wouldn't bother them in the end, because crystals do stick out and get a bit caught sometimes as well. So those kind of people might not mind having a bit of glitter sticking out in little areas. So now it's time to top coat these bad boys. I'm going to top coat all of these using a glossy top coat for once. So yesterday's video was matte top coated. Today I wanted to bring out the glossy top coat, so I'm going to top coat all of those, pop them into the lamp. And we've got a hefty job ahead of us, a super large job, guys. The chrome nails are going to have stripes on them using 1, 2, 3, 4, all of those colours actually. The 5 shades of gel polish, we're going to do stripes from one side to the other. And then we are going to do one layer, cure it. We'll do a second layer, and with the second layer, we're going to apply clear acrylic. So we're kind of doing that sweater look that everyone does during Christmas. That's what you want to do, but with those stripes. So we'll get to that in just a second. I'm still faffing about with the glossy top coat. Come on now, hurry up. I always feel like I'm faffing about with top coats. It feels like it takes forever to apply them. There we go, it's cured. So we're going to pick an area. It depends on how large your nail is. The larger your nail, of course, the more surface you've got to cover. The smaller your nail, the less surface you've got to cover. So we're going to start off with the green. The colour, the way I've got the colours on my little palette in the background, that's exactly the way we're going to place onto the nail. So the top half, not top half, the top bit of the nail is going to be green. We are going to leave a little gap in between so that the chrome kind of seeps through in between the two shades, if that makes sense. So the second layer of gel polish is going to be slightly below the green, but a bit more so that you can see the chrome. I hope that makes sense. You'll see in just a second. I will end up just showing you guys the one nail, and then I'll do the other one off camera, do the second layer off camera, and then come back when I'm applying the clear acrylic. Every time I disappear off the screen just for a few seconds, it's because I'm wiping my brush. Of course, you don't want to use the same, the same brush with one colour, dip it into another. You just won't get the exact colour, of course, so I'm just wiping it off on the side there. So I always use a lint-free wipe, and I have a this liquid. It's blue. It's from Miley. I think it's Miley nail cleaner liquid. It's literally amazing. It's my most favorite to clean my brushes. Whenever you sometimes have brushes that are kind of become a bit more stiffer, I just run it through that liquid, and it just kind of loosens up the bristles and kind of literally cleans the brush and gets it ready for like use again, which is great. So now it's time for the purple shade. I am trying to be as straight as I possibly can with these lines. Later on, especially when we apply the clear acrylic, you see that I did not do the best of jobs, but luckily it's fine. I don't think it's that noticeable. I'm looking at them now. It's not perfect. I am a bit of a perfectionist, but it's just gonna have to do. It was just too much work that I've put into this to now go back and redo this one nail, so it's okay. It's okay, and it's nails, it's nail art. You can never get it identical, you can never get things perfect. It's literally, we're not robots, we can't get things straight and perfect every single time. So it's time for the pinky shade. We're just going to colour that in, and then the orange shade, we're going to pick an area and then just drag it right to the bottom of the nail. We're not going to leave any of that chrome at the bottom of the nail. So one last bit, let's crack on with that orange, last one, and then we can pop it into the lamp, and then you can see that gorgeous clear acrylic work its magic. And you also notice that once the acrylic was applied, it actually created such a gorgeous kind of sparkle to the gel polish that we've put on there. It's very interesting. You have to see in just a second. There we go, I've got the two. The right one is completely messed up. One of the lines was pretty much almost touching the other. I really didn't do the good job there. So here we are, we're going to apply the clear acrylic, and you want to keep applying it until it stops becoming wet. So you see what I mean. When you place the first little sprinkle of clear acrylic, you will see that it kind of starts to seep in and become shiny and still wet. So you want to keep applying until it stops doing that. So hopefully I'll be able to show in just a second where it's literally sparkly, because it was a really, really cool looking thing that happened there. So keep applying that, and you want to do it on the other nail as well, and then you want to pop it into the lamp. There we go. Can you see that little sparkle there? I think that's so, so, so cute. So cute. I wasn't expecting it. When it happened, I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. So now it's time for our little charm. So I've got a bow, and I've got these coloured little crystal-y things and caviar beads. We've got a lot going on. We only have one nail today actually that ends up having some crystal placements, and I literally was so excited to use those crystals. I had them for quite some time. I've got them from AliExpress, and they're so pretty that, they're pastel-y and they're really kind of playful and fun. I put way too much rhinestone glue gel there. Oh my goodness. But yeah, going back to these crystals, they're super pretty, and I thought, let me, take them out. They're going to work so well with this set. We're working with pastels. We've got pastel colours here, and I tried to pick out colours that we actually have, we actually used in today's design. So we've got a blue, then we've got a purple bow, we've got a pinky little, kind of like a triangular kind of little crystal. And then the last little one that I'm going to place is like circular, and it was supposed to be purpley, but next to that pink, it's giving a bit of a pinky vibe. So it's going to go into the lamp. We're going to use some caviar beads to create a necklace coming out of that, which you'll see in a second. And here are the final results. I do also place a few caviar beads at the bottom on that crystal placement. I hope you can see that. So I hope you guys liked it. I really, really had such a fun time creating this set. These gel polishes are beautiful, and I hope you guys like them. So I have a discount code in the description. Do make sure you check them out. I have a link in the description to their previous videos as well. And yeah, if you guys liked it, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!